From the surface of Earth, the universe feels distant, calm, and almost harmless. But beyond this fragile blue world, forces exist that completely ignore human scale. Gravity shapes everything we know, from planets, to stars, to entire galaxies. But gravity has extremes far beyond anything we experience here. Somewhere in the universe, gravity becomes so powerful that even light cannot escape. This is a black hole. Born from the death of massive stars, black holes are the most extreme objects ever discovered. They bend space, they distort time, and they rewrite the rules of reality. Now imagine that you are here. At first, nothing feels different. Gravity increases quietly, invisibly. Behind you, the universe begins to distort. You are approaching a boundary no one can return from. This is the event horizon. From the outside, time slows down. To the universe, you never quite fall in. You fade, frozen in time. But from your perspective, everything is about to change. You cross the horizon without realizing it. And there is no turning back. Inside the spacecraft, gravity is no longer uniform. It is changing from one end of your body to the other. Tidal forces begin to stretch everything along a single direction. The front of the spacecraft feels a stronger pull than the rear. This difference in gravity is small at first, but it grows rapidly. Stars ahead begin to warp as space-time curves more aggressively. The spacecraft itself starts to elongate under immense tidal stress. Materials designed to withstand extreme forces begin to tear apart. Your body is no longer falling as one object. It is being pulled into a long, thin shape. Space-time itself stretches endlessly around you. Atoms begin to separate into streams of particles. Light shifts dramatically, blue ahead of you, red behind you. Time no longer flows evenly from one moment to the next. The spacecraft loses all structural integrity. What remains is a single stream of matter. This process is known as spaghettification. No recognizable human form survives. Only energy, particles, and distorted spacetime remain. Everything is forced toward a single direction inward. And nothing can resist this pull. Beyond the event horizon, there is no path that leads outward. Space-time itself becomes unstable and violently distorted. Inside a black hole, space and time no longer behave as separate dimensions. Moving forward becomes as inevitable as the passage of time. Clocks lose all meaning as time dissolves into geometry. Cause and effect begin to blur and lose their order. Light no longer follows predictable paths. Every direction points inward toward the same fate. There is no fixed frame of reference anymore. Physical structures give way to pure abstraction. Space-time is compressed toward an unknown center. Gravity exceeds every limit described by known physics. Matter and energy can no longer be clearly distinguished. Information is stretched beyond any recognizable form. Reality is reduced to extreme mathematical behavior. All predictions made by current physics begin to fail. Space collapses toward something infinitely small. Classical laws of nature completely break down. No observable universe remains inside this region. What lies ahead exists beyond our understanding. Deep inside the black hole, information no longer behaves like matter or energy. Everything that once described you is stretched beyond recognition. Particles, radiation, and structure dissolve into pure abstraction. Even memory loses its meaning under infinite gravity. Information begins to lose coherence as it approaches the singularity. Entropy rises beyond any measurable limit. All physical records are erased by extreme curvature. Space-time itself reduces to a minimal informational state. No distinguishable signals remain.
Black holes event horizon.
The concept of identity completely dissolves. The interior of the black hole becomes a collapse of information itself. This is the boundary where equations no longer work. Quantities approach infinity, and prediction fails. Cause, memory, and structure collapse together. There is nothing left that can be observed or recorded. This leads to one of physics' greatest mysteries, the information paradox. Whether information is destroyed or transformed remains unknown. At the singularity, all known descriptions end. Space, time, and information cease to exist as we understand them. And what lies beyond remains forever unknown.